Welcome to this update for Friday the 10th of March 2017. Positive day today, 192.64 on YM, lost 121.04 on CL, and the net total is $71.60 with 10 contracts traded. You may notice this is only one trade, so I took a 2-contract trade on the YM, and I'll explain that in a bit if I remember. So yeah, my romance with CL is coming to an end. I can trade it in discretionary fashion, but it's just not working for me at this moment in time in my life. As I explained in another video, it's just not going to work, discretionary trading, for various reasons. I encourage you to check out the comments. There's a bit of discussion, relevant discussion on this in yesterday's video for Thursday the 9th of March. So if you go one video back, you'll see that. And as you can see, got stopped to the tick this time simply because I told myself I'm going to stick to a set of rules and I'm not going to break them. So I saw this and I just couldn't resist, got in, held my stop by 2 ticks because I had a 6-tick stop. When it broke this low, actually when it broke this candle low, I went to break even, so when it went 76. I know this is scalpy, it's stupid, but I just want to show you what I did. It came up, took me out of break even. My target was 50. That would have been 29 ticks or $290. But I shouldn't have even been trading it in the first place. What I was doing here, okay, let me explain. Earlier today, this was my stuff, discretionary stuff. I saw this move coming, got in here, and I knew that was way early, but I just decided to be aggressive. I said to myself, F it, I'm going to go for it, and I knew it was too early. This one was a better trade, and that got stopped near the lows. So if I had avoided the stupid trade up here, taken this one and taken one more shot, I had my target at 98. So anywhere down here, early 50s to late 90s is 30 odd cents for your 6 cents risk. So you can try once, try twice, hit it the third time if you're able to hold it, and hold it for 30 odd ticks. Lose 6 twice, gain 30 odd once. It's still a good risk to reward, but it's difficult to do when you're relying on your discretion, because then you're wondering, geez, am I crazy? Am I throwing money, good money after bad? What am I doing? Because it's essentially you doing something. You have to rely on your discretion, your judgment. Whereas if you're trading a system, it's like, hey, the system's going to take a stupid trade. And in fact, this is exactly what I thought today on YM. I'll get to that in a second. But the system's going to take a stupid trade, but I've got to follow the rules. I know it's going to lose, but I'm doing my job. Sometimes it will lose and you'll say, okay, I knew that was going to lose. And other times it will win and you'll say, wow, the system won. So you go back and forth, jumping from left leg to right leg, left foot to right foot, where it would just be easier on our emotions and easier and more profitable, I believe, for the bottom line, just to stick to something and see it through and just collect a little profit over time rather than looking to maximize profit and be the king of the CL market or the 6J market or whatever it may be. Choose a market, study it, get mechanical, get small profits, small consistent profits over time, and build size. So that's what I'm going to try to do. The lure of discretionary trading is strong. I'm an artist at heart, so I like to be able to predict, forecast, mold, shape, and you know, I'm a dancer. So what do dancers do? Do they observe emotions or manipulate emotions? First you observe the crowd, then you move in accordance to what the crowd is doing. You know, I'm a massive fan of Michael Jackson, as one of you know, and he would play off the crowd all the time. So the more the crowd screamed, the more he would just stand still and do his pose or stay in the moment and heighten the emotion. Dancing is about engaging in emotion and inciting emotion in others and inciting it in yourself, and and engaging, relishing in the emotion. Trading's completely the opposite. You have to stand outside of the emotion and watch what other people are doing. And then, like in the movie, can't remember what it's called now, but with Will Smith, the pickpocketing movie, fairly recent, like last year or something, you need to just watch people panic, and then it sounds terrible, but watch people's attitudes, behaviors, their repetitive mistakes, and then leverage that and take advantage of it rather than get involved in it. So yeah, that's why I'm going to do my very best. It's boring, especially for someone like me, and I'm not saying I'm going to be able to do it, but that's the goal. I'm going to try to stick to a more mechanical way of trading, which, by the way, if I haven't mentioned it, is actually Coiled Market's way of trading, Austin Passamonte's way of trading. It works. It's just sometimes you get stopped at the tick and all the usual stuff, but if you stick with it, it works over time. So yeah, that was my stuff up here, discretionary CL trading, trying to catch this bounce to 90, this rally to 49.98. Then this was actually the Coiled Market's approach, the mechanical approach. But I told myself I wouldn't be trading CL, so I jumped in and half-heartedly tried to play it and broke even much sooner than I would have had this have been my market of choice and missed that 29 cents there. And then let's move on to YM. Here's YM. So I'll just walk you through what these little annotations are. Again, this is the mechanical method. You got this low here, you got the whole number here at 2800 even, which is what this blue arrow is highlighting or indicating. Then you've got this black line, which on the 5-minute chart is the opening range study. That's part of the method. And so you use convergence, and there is some discretion involved in terms of how close to the target you want to take it off, and there is a huge amount of discretion involved in how you manage the trade. The method is good for providing good entries and good profit targets, but how you manage the trade is going to be up to you, and that's going to change your personal results over time. But they will be profitable if you stick to a way of managing your trades. That's what's important to underline. So I got short here after I was here from 3:35 doing other work at the PC, translations and website and stuff like that. And then I've seen this, got in here, and I was damned sure that this was going to fail. Like, I was absolutely sure we were due for a bounce because we closed the gap from yesterday using regular trading hours. We had wicks at the gap close. It faked out of the pattern down here. So I thought everything's pointing up, but I stuck with it. I took the certain loser, and what do you know, it held the stop by 3 ticks, had a 10-tick stop, went 7 ticks against me, 20 in favor on 2 contracts, $200 gross, or $192.64 net. My goal for the day is 3 points or 30 ticks using a 1 point or 10-tick stop. But you have to move with what's happening. So it came down here, didn't want to break through the whole number here. It had just broken this low and didn't follow through. Just broken the whole number, didn't follow through. We had the 233 roadmap under here, and it was close enough to that, so I trailed for +2 as it's 7 o'clock on a Friday. And lo and behold, it bounced and it eventually got to this target. My other target was somewhere down here, I can't remember, but a fib projection. And so I don't know if you can hear my son there screaming like a gorilla in the background. You got 20785 was my target, my actual target. So it just breezed that, didn't quite get it. But in any case, I wasn't going to hold through this bounce because that would have taken me out at break even. So good management on that, good trade. I got to do more of this next week. That would have made this week's tally, trading this method. Admittedly, I went over my time today as well. I should be done by 6 o'clock in terms of the statistical study that I'm doing. So the tally for this week would have been 7 points. 7 points on 2 contracts is $700 gross. and there were 5 turns, so minus 5 times 7.36, and you would have grossed $663.20. If you include today's trade, that is after, it's within the method, but it's after my time slot. If you include that, you would have ended up with this week. And that's not a bad week for 2 contract trading on the YM. And that's what I'm going to shoot for. I don't know what next week has in hold for me, but I do know that I will be here at 3:35 trading away from the 5-minute open range to the roadmaps and following the plan I've mapped out for myself around this methodology. So that's all I've got for you today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Follow along if you want to see how I get along. The account now is currently been doing a whole bunch of nothing. The account is just up $22.95 after commissions as of today. So I get a clean slate, even if the drawdown, I have about 1,320. So I have most of the drawdown behind me. So it'll be interesting to see how next week goes. If I can get to the end of the week, having only taken trades within this methodology, I'll give myself a pat on the back. Should be able to do that. I am a grown man, but as we all know, it's tough to fight the urge to trade. And so that's what I've done today, pretty much, and that's what I intend to do next week. So I will catch you all next week. Take care and have a nice weekend.